Hello, and welcome to my lesson on density. Density is described as the mass of the substance divided by the volume of it. It has an equation too. It goes D equals M over V. These letters aren't just for show, they actually have meaning to them. The D stands for density, M is mass, and the V is for volume. And it would be mass divided by volume equals density. So first we have mass and volume. Mass is the amount of matter that takes up any given thing, any given object, and even people. And its units are grams and kilograms. Volume is the amount of space an object takes up, and its units are milliliters and centimeters cubed. Second, we have density. Density, as I explained before, is the mass of a substance divided by its volume. And mass, density also has units. It's going to be obviously mass over volume. So you're going to use the mass units over the volume units. So that can either be grams over milliliters, grams over cubic centimeters. Density, mass, and volume, they're all kind of related. Mass, when mass gets increased, that means the density will in turn increase, which in water, the more dense an item is the more it will sink. And vice versa, if mass decreases, the density decreases, and in water, it maybe will float. Density and volume, they are indirectly proportional, So that means that when volume increases, it's going to have the opposite effect on density than mass did. And density will in turn decrease, because the more space you have, like think about floating on water. If you're spread out, you're gonna float, but if you come together, you're gonna sink. So if you're more spread out, you're gonna float. All right, our first problem is gonna be a block of aluminum occupies a space of 15 milliliters and weighs 40.5 grams. What is the density? So first thing we have to do to solve one of these problems is write down our givens. So it gives us our volume. It gives us our volume, which is 15 milliliters. And it also gives us our mass, because it uses the word weigh, and volume, it uses the word space, so that's how you know. Plus the units, as I described earlier, volume units are milliliters and mass units are grams. 40 grams. All right, next we're gonna write down our equation. D equals M over V. And next we're gonna plug the numbers in to our equation. So density is equal to mass, which is over 40.5 grams, over volume, 15 milliliters. Now we have our equation, we could solve it, and you just use a calculator to put 40.5 divided by 15 equals 2.7. So density is equal to 2.7. Using our density units, we just put the mass units over the volume units. It would be grams per milliliters. That's our answer. Problem 2 is, what is the weight of ethyl alcohol that exactly fills a 200 milliliter container? The density of ethyl alcohol is 0.789 grams over milliliters. So our givens, same as last time, we're gonna start off with this. We're trying to find the mass, and it's giving us the volume and density. The volume is 200 milliliters density is 0.789 G over M. Writing our formula down, we're gonna write D equals M over V. Let's substitute, plug in the numbers. Equals M, because we don't know mass. 200. Yeah, that's going down. All right. Since we already have we plugged it in. Now it's time to solve. Since 200 is the denominator, he's gonna multiply 200 both sides to cancel, get rid of it. So when you do that, it comes out to be 157.8 equals mass. So the answer is that mass is equal to 157.8 grams. Grams supposed to be in there. So to recap, density is the mass of an object divided by its volume. The mass is the matter that takes up any given object. The volume is the amount of space that object takes up. The equation for density is D equals M over V. And remember the units are grams for mass or kilograms. Volume is milliliters or cubic centimeters. And density is the combination of both, grams over milliliters or grams over cubed centimeters.